You ever just wake up, check the news, and think, wow, this country really just said, let's speed run fascism today. Yeah, that's how I felt when I saw the headlines about Trump maybe pardoning Derek fucking Chauvin. Oh, good. Just what we needed. Another white guy who murdered a black man on video getting a pat on the back from a bloated orange demagogue with a God complex. I swear, Trump pardoning Chauvin is like the Joker breaking Harvey Dent out of Arkham. Don't worry, he's just misunderstood. He believed in justice, like in his own way. I'm not saying Trump's evil, but if Satan ever needed a PR guy, Trump would show up with a red tie, a comb over, and a six pack of Diet Coke and say, let's make hell great again. So let's talk about motives. Because, Trump isn't doing this because he thinks Chauvin's innocent. Trump doesn't give a fuck about innocence. He pardoned war criminals. He pardoned Steve Bannon, who ironically looks like if gout gained sentience. Trump loves criminals. He collects them like Pokemon. This one obstructed justice. This one lied to Congress. Ooh, this one choked a man to death for 9 minutes while staring blankly into the void. Rare hollow card. This is Trump's brand now. Pardon the worst people possible so the libs cry and the Proud Boys bust a nut in their tactical pants. You cannot fucking convince me that Trump isn't running through a checklist of shit that'll burn it all down, or what some would call Project 2025. Women's rights? Gutted. PBS and NPR? Defunded. Science? Fired. And how he's like, what's left? Oh, right. Public decency and that last shred of racial justice in America. Fuck it. But you know who's probably behind this bullshit, right? It's Ben Shapiro. Like Ben Shapiro looks like if a podcast got radicalized by an Ayn Rand coloring book. This fucker's out here screaming Chauvin was unfairly prosecuted. Shut the fuck up, Ben. The man had his knee on George Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes, and he looked bored. He looked like he was waiting for DoorDash, and they were late. And Elon Musk chimed in too, because of course he did. Like Elon, who's trying to turn Twitter into 4chan for incels with crypto wallets, he tweeted, something to think about. Yes, Elon. So is putting a sock over your dick before launching yourself into the sun. Just because a thought occurs doesn't mean it should be spoken out loud. It's called the filter, my guy. Try it sometime. And here's the kicker. Even if Trump does pardon Chauvin, the fucker's still in prison. Yeah, that's right, because Chauvin has a state conviction, and presidential pardons don't touch state time. It's like buying someone a first class ticket to a prison they already live in. It's like the political equivalent of giving a dead man a flu shot. But Trump doesn't give a fuck if it works or not. He just wants a reaction. He wants protests. He wants the fire in the streets. Because Trump jerks off to chaos the way normal people masturbate to porn. And you know what turns him on? CNN headlines that say nation erupts in anger. He comes so hard to that headline that the tan slides off his face like fondue. So let's talk about the reaction from Minneapolis because they're already prepping for unrest. The National Guard's been briefed. City leaders are on standby. They basically said, hey, if Trump does the dumbest thing imaginable again, be ready for all hell to break loose. Can you imagine being a city official and not knowing if your weekend plans included brunch or a riot? Well, honey, we could hit the new spot for avocado toast, or we could be tear gassed by holding a sign that says, I can't breathe. Decisions, decisions. Listen, I don't want to live in a country where murderers get fucking presidential high fives and people carrying Narcan get arrested. But here we are. This is America, baby, where empathy is radical, truth is optional, and being racist just gets you closer to the Oval Office. I mean, what message does this send if it happens? It tells every cop out there you can kill a black man on camera and still be a MAGA martyr. It tells every grieving family your pain is just a political football game. And it tells every fucking white supremacist you're not the fringe, you're the target, you're the center. And at this point, the only person Trump hasn't pardoned is the Statue of Liberty. And if she ever starts speaking Spanish, she'll be on the chopping block. Listen, if you support this pardon, just go ahead and say that you miss slavery and leave us the fuck alone. Don't dress that up in some bullshit legalese. Don't quote the Constitution while wiping your ass with the Bill of Rights. Don't talk about justice while glorifying murder. Derek Chauvin is not a political prisoner. He's not a fucking martyr. He's a goddamn convicted murderer who ended a man's life while the whole world watched. And if you think that deserves a pardon, then fuck you and the Confederate flag cum rag you jerk off in. I don't know how all ends, but I know how it shouldn't end. And that's with a handshake in the rose garden and a pardon pen dipped in the blood of injustice. George Floyd should be alive. If there's any justice left in this country, Derek Chauvin should not be. And Trump, well, I hope the weight of everyday life destroyed by his bullshit crashes down on him all at once. Like justice finally grew a spine and chose violence. And the kind that burns it all to the fucking ground. And the kind that burns all the bullshit illusions. And the kind that lights up truth like a match to a dry constitution. Because we don't need more thoughts and prayers. We don't need more performative tweets or bipartisan shoulder shrugs. We need fucking fire. We need noise. We need to rise the hell up every single time they try to pardon hate, whitewash murder, or gaslight us into silence. So no, we don't forgive, we don't forget, and we sure as fuck don't pardon. We organize, and we vote, and we march, and we protest, and we protect each other. Because if justice won't come from the top down, then it sure as fuck better come from the ground up with boots on, fists raised, and voices too fucking loud to ignore. So keep your phones charged, everybody. We're not fucking done yet.